So in this video I'll be showing you how to make this origami paper flower. I believe it's a Lily. A friend of mine asked if I could show her how to make them. I made them for her in the past, so I thought I'd make a video and send her this as well. So I'll soon be starting off with an A4 piece of paper, standard letter size like I am. We don't all have origami paper, square paper. It's actually too big for what we need, so first thing we're going to do is cut it in half. So I'll just fold it in half. I'll just score it. I'll just tear it. You get a cleaner edge if you use scissors. That'll be good enough. So now I've got the size I want. To begin, we actually need a square piece of paper. Now the easiest way to make this into a square piece of paper, or any rectangle piece of paper into a square, is take this short edge and fold it over on a diagonal line to meet up with this edge. Like so. And then once we've done that, if we cut the paper off against this edge here, it will be left with a perfect square piece of paper. You can use scissors to cut along that edge. I'm just going to fold it and score it like I did before. Score it a couple of times just to weaken it. Start the tear off and then that gives us our square piece of paper for us to start. We've already got one diagonal fold, we need to make another diagonal fold in the opposite direction. So just fold it over corner to corner. And fold. Open it back up. A second step, we need to make a fold in this direction and this direction, only the fold wants to be the other direction. What I mean by that is you turn the paper over and fold it this way. Open it back up and make it fold the other way. So that gives us 4 folds. Now, want to sort of hold it around the bottom of this fold, so it wants to close in like that. And then you also kind of want to push these corners in towards the middle, and then it'll collapse in on itself. If you got it the wrong way, it'll want to make a triangle. Now we don't want that, so if that happens, you got it the wrong way, just push the middle down. Again, hold the bottom corners, then push it in towards the middle and it collapses in itself. Fold it together and then flatten it out and you'll end up like that. Not square. And you'll end up with 4 flaps. Right, so what I want to do now, I want to lift one of these flaps up. You want to push the flap down on its fold so it opens up from the middle like that. And just make sure it opens up all the way to the bottom. Then you want to squash it down on itself, and you want the fold line to meet up with the centre line. Centre line underneath. Make sure it's flattened down all the way. And then when you've got it flattened down and lined up to the centre line, squash the edges and make a fold at the edge. And then you're left with that. And you want to do this on all 4 flaps, so that's one. If you turn it over, lift another flap up and repeat the same process. Push it down. Line it up. Once it's lined up and flattened all the way to the point there, and we can press in the folds. And do the same for the remaining two. Show way to the bottom, and make sure it's lined up. Once it's lined up, press down, make the folds. And the 4 and final, push down. All the way to the bottom, and make the folds. Just press in the fold. Okay, so you should be left with something like this. So the second step we want to do, we need to fold in the top around here. What we want to do is bring this edge and fold it over to meet this centre. So fold the edge over like this, all the way to the top at the point, line it up with the centre, and then press in the fold. Like that. Going to make sure you're on this face as well. This face with the flap. Not on one of these blank faces. It's got to be on one of these faces with the flap that you can put your finger under. If you're on a blank face with no flap, that's the wrong face. Just turn it over one. And you want to bring this over and meet the middle. And you want to do the same on the opposite face. Okay, and as before, you need to do it on all 4 faces. To turn it over, again make sure you're on a face with the flap, or with the pocket, whatever you want to call it. Bring this edge over to meet the centre line. Once it's lined up, make the fold. And again with its opposite face. Make sure you only grab one layer, don't want to grab one from underneath. Again, that's 2 faces done. Don't want a blank one. Make sure you're on with one with that face. It's a case of all the moves you have to do 4 times. So 3rd face, final 4th, as before. Bring to the centre. Into the centre, and make a fold. So next step, we still want to be on this face with the folds that we've just made. And we're wanting to make a fold around here, but we want to make a fold, if you open these back up a little bit, of this flap that we could get his finger in before, and the fold wants to be lined up just where the point of the previous fold meets the edge. I found the easiest way to do this is to put a finger on the end of each fold, open these folds back up, move your finger underneath and start working towards your fingers until you get a little fold appearing. And then close these back in. Now if you was to lay this back down, you'd end up with a fold like that with a big flat end like that. That's not what we want. So if you move it back up, you want to fold it this way, in this direction. And when you start doing this, in this direction, so it won't want to go like that. If you start walking it with your finger from the bottom, it'll make a new fold that'll take it to a point. Take a bit of practice, but you get it. And you want it so it finishes with this point. The point doesn't have to be perfect because the point will be hidden. but as good as you can get it. So it must finish with a point like this. And to make this step after this one easier, just fold it back, just to make a crease, double crease it, and then fold it back, just so it's creased both ways, and you'll end up with this pyramid shape. Okay, show you again on the other side. Put your fingers at the end of these folds, open it up, walk your finger under this flap, start working roughly towards your fingers are, as close as you can. Close the folds back in, then start walking your fingers on the bottom towards your other fingers. And then it reaches, press down and press in the fold. Move it back over and then move it back, just to make the fold both directional. It'll help the next step. And again, everything has to be done 4 times now. Put your fingers at the end of the fold, open it up, take another finger, walk it under the flap, push that down if it's not, fold it back in, walk your fingers on the bottom, and when it wants to lie flat, make the fold. Fold it back over on itself, and just make the fold and put it back. Okay, 4th and final face. Once again, open it up. If you don't sort of move your fingers back, if you just try pushing it, it'll kind of want to fold wherever. So you want to sort of start the fold with your finger a little bit around there. Walk it in. Again, if you push at the top, it's better to push at bottom. And then when it starts taking the shape, press it down. I'll fold it back over, I'll fold it back. So you should be left with this now. And these little pyramid flaps on each side, on each of the 4 faces. What we're wanting to do with this pyramid now, we want to put this actually inside, in the middle of the flower. Fold it inside in the middle of the flower. The way to do this, take 2 fingers, grab the petals at the top, pull them apart a little bit, open them up, and with a spare finger, try and push the middle in, if it will. Start pushing it in, and when it starts going that way, just fold it in. Some of the folds will reverse on themselves, and you just need to squash them in. And so now that pyramid is inside. Fold inside. And again, it has to be done on all 4 faces, so one more time. Pull the petals apart at the top. It'll start going that way on its own. Just need a little bit else, and push it down. Close it back in. And just press the folds. From the remaining 2 sides. Again, open it up. You see it wants to come up anyway. It might start closing in itself. You don't want to fold, but just keep easing it in. You try to don't crease these up, just open them up like that. And reverse the folds. And it should sit in quite nicely. 4th and final face. Open it up. It's not opening up, so just put your finger under. Fold it inside itself. And all 4 faces are now tucked inside. So the next step, I've just been working on this face with this internal fold now. Just turn over one face, because we want to be working on these blank faces now. These faces with no other folds. So not one of these faces, one of these blank faces. And what I want to do, I want to fold this edge inwards to meet the centre line. Take the edge, fold it to the centre line, all the way to the end. Once it's at the edge, just press in the fold. And again, with its opposite face. So you finish with something like that. And like before, it has to be done on all four faces. So turn it over. Make sure you're on the blank face. Turn this edge into the centre. Press in the fold. Take your time. Make it a little bit neater when you're doing it. Opposite face. So face number 2. Open the other 2 blank faces. And repeat the process. Take the edge to the centre, press in the fold. On the opposite face, press in the fold. The fourth and final face, press the fold, press the fold. So you've got one step left now. You take a pen or anything round about that size roughly. You want to take one of the faces on the face that I've just been working on. You want to take the point and wrap it around the pen. You want to wrap it all the way down as far as you can over the fold, and it'll actually lock these folds into place as well. Do it quite tight because you're wanting to actually curve the paper. Do it quite tight and then just pull it off. You can see we start curving the paper. You're shaping the petal that way. And like before, it's got to be done on all 4 faces. And the face I've just been working on. Wrap it quite tight. And 3. And 4. So we've done that. Stop adjusting the petals just to make the curve a little bit neater. Just even them out. That leaves us the other one, Origami Paper Lily. It's really simple to make. It's probably the simplest of all the flowers I know how to make. I know how to make a few. I learned how to make a few quite a few years back. I think I learnt a couple from YouTube, I learnt a couple from books when I was a kid. I can't remember now, that long ago. This is probably the simplest of the flowers I know how to make. It's really easy, make it in 10 minutes once you remember how to do it. I made them for friends, they want me to teach them how to make it, so now I'll send them a link to this video and hopefully some of you will like making them as well. One little cool thing about this particular flower is, say you're out on a date and the guy makes it you want to take it home without squashing it, ruin it. you can just fold it up like that, flatten it, put it in your bag flat, and it'll be fine. Then when you get home, just fold the petals back. Like so. And dream of a wonderful date you had with Lee from Lee's Random Vids. Yeah, right. Alright, maybe not, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give it a like if you like this video and subscribe to see future vids on the other flowers I know how to make, which I plan on posting. And thanks for watching. Thanks a lot, guys and girls. Cheers, bye. Look out for the next origami video that I'm going to post, where I'll be showing you how to make this paper rose.